Live. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We were just talking about that movie last night. I don't know if any of you are listening that might have seen it. If you were in here, I don't know how many people. Kevin saw it. I know, but he's out. He's indisposed right now. Um, and Bucky, did you make it? I don't think Bucky's around here right now. Chris Ree, did you see it? Oh, Chris Ree. I'm going to call electric.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't see
I
it?
fell asleep before y'all started it.
Oh, okay. And Binky was in here, so I don't know if she saw it through to the end. Because I know it went through to the end because when I did wake up, it had Ashley Madison series on there, like ready to play. So I know that it played all the episodes.
Yeah,
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Hold on. So I know that it played them, but yeah, very strange. I'm gonna go over and get on that side, and I'm gonna play with some pine cones. I don't know where Bucky is.
I'm here. I just walked to you.
Oh, we asked you if you're crafting.
Oh no, I'm cleaning out the shelves and organizing my paint and all that.
You're cleaning out the shelves?
Hmm.
Is that what you said you're doing?
I'm cleaning out off my shelves and.
Oh, your shelves.
Yeah, because I have like things of paint all over the place, so now I put it all together in one area instead of that.
Oh, I always try to do that, and it never works out. I say, oh, this card will hold. This card will hold all.
Sorry, Bucky, by putting my option stuff all together.
It never works out because I go, oh, this cart will hold all of my paint, and it doesn't.
Well, no, it's on two separate carts, but I have the carts next to each other, so.
Oh, I've got more. I'm scary. I've got to tape some labels onto these boxes. Carol Cannon, your package is going out tomorrow morning. Kate O, your package is going out tomorrow morning. And Taco, your package is going out tomorrow morning. I did get you guys all done. I think everybody, I know that Taco and Carol got their payments right in, and I'm sure Kato only had one thing to take care of. I'm sure that's probably already in. And let me clear this so I can clear my craft space. And then I might even work on getting some other orders wrapped up. I don't know, that might be my craft. No, I'm going to do a little bit of the pine cones first. I'm still trying to get caught up from this vacation. It's been hard to get back in the swing of everything. And then so much has gone on since I've been home. It's been nutty. Okay. Alright, let me get these. I need these special things that I'm going to get to put those labels on. My tires. Okay, so let me go over here. You guys can talk. I'm going to turn my chat on over here since nobody else wants to talk to you guys. Carol Cannon. So, it stormed over here today. Kids were there's Carol's package. I finally cut up my watermelon today. It was still good.
Oh, good.
It was good. This is Taco. This is Kate O. Kate O. This is Taco. I'll be done in 1 minute and I'll show you what I'm working on. I just can't dox people.
We could probably count Sharon as crafting. I think she's probably sewing.
Yeah, that sounds right. Okay, and so that's Taco and Kato. Where's your thing? I just had it. I swear I lose stuff in front of my face. Oh, here it is. Flying off the counter. Oh. Okay. Let me put these over here to go right out to the post office. Okay, next, now I'm gonna get myself set up so I can show you and I can open my laptop and talk to you guys. Who's ever here? This pine cone stuff is very hard to do. The flowers, they're not as easy as you would think. And I have to try a hacksaw. I've never seen anyone using a hacksaw. It may not work at all, but I'm going to try because it's like very, very messy. And almost ready. Throw this stuff away. Okay, and okay. Put this away. I'm wearing such a long dress, I have to keep tucking it in on the bottom. Because I don't know why I'm wearing this. Okay, now. Wow, the rip-roaring panel we're having.
Deidre says, happy birthday, Carolyn.
Oh, thank you. Deidre Realtor?
Deidre Rose Sharples.
Yeah, I believe that's.
Okay.
Thank you, Deirdre. I was just talking about you.
Her husband's 40th tomorrow.
Oh, yeah? Well, maybe, I wonder if it is then. Is it Deirdre Realtor? If it is, I was talking about you, about that Time Warp house you sent us to in New York somewhere. Hold on, I'm logging on to the chat so I can see. Do. Okay. All right. Sorry guys, I'm coming. Okay. YouTube Studio. Content. Okay. There we go. Hi, Deirdre. Oh, I don't know if that is. Is it Deirdre Realtor? Let me see. I've got to get all these stupid things that popped up. The 8th of June tomorrow, huh? Let me move into my chat. There we go. Okay, let me get my camera. I've got to get my phone. I've got to shut that down over there. Hold on. Okay, let me mute here. Okay, so now I should be here. Okay. All right, now where is my, so I gotta do the center of that one. This one, there's my one. And they're not as easy to cut through as you would imagine. And we're going to do this. Hang on 1 second, because I can't see my, oopsie. Oh no, don't tell me I'm going to.
She said no, she's not realtor.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Did you hear me, Carolyn?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get my camera back on again the right way. It's being a little jerk again. What is going on with this thing? Now it's upside down, I betcha. Okay, I think it's think I am upside down, but maybe if I get spotlighted, it'll be okay. I don't know. Upside down for me. So much of my craft stuff here. I've got to get my craft room out of my kitchen. Can anyone hear? I can't hear anybody. Is anyone around?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. I just couldn't hear anymore. It was like, I don't know. Is anyone able to spotlight me?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Thanks. So you're just supposed to like be able to go and see, I am upside down. Okay,
Will
let
that
me,
spotlight you?
yeah, I'm gonna turn myself around. Do the hokey pokey.
Yeah, so I was going to ask you if you were going to do the hokey pokey.
So I'm gonna try to do with this, the hokey pokey.
That's what it's all about.
Right, what if the hokey pokey is what it's all about, is what they say.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh, how
my-
pretty.
I've got crafts are exploding all over my freaking kitchen. Okay, so crafts and auction stuff. It's ridiculous. So you're supposed to be able to go in here and cut, and I have multiple, these are wire cutters, loppers. It's really much harder than it would appear.
That's beautiful pink color.
Oh, thanks. And so I'm trying to just even see how it will be, but I don't know. It's a work in progress. But I want to get one of them that's like that size. So it makes such a freaking mess. And that's why I want to get a hacksaw and do it like outside. So I don't know, maybe I will do something that's a little neater.
What a good idea.
Because I have my, oh my gosh.
I like it.
Oh, yeah. And what I'm going to do is, no, you can't even see my wreath. What is going on here? Why is it like that?
It's like yeah, it was zoomed way in.
I don't know why. I can't see my picture like clearly. I can't even see like where, hold on. This stupid Zoom. Oh, now it's going to turn myself around again. Hold on. Turn it around again. Oh my God. Let's turn it. Hmm. Huge mess all around me. So anyway, yeah, this is how I have to work right now. I want to start like putting flowers down here, but I have to cut more and make more and finish painting them, and
Wow.
I might want to do it the back side. But
Oh,
that's,
that's beautiful. I love that.
yeah. That's fine. So that's the plan, but I need a lot more flowers. And then you use the back side and you paint them like that and make zinnias. And I want to fill it all in here, but I need to cut a bunch more pine cones and paint them so that I can fill it in. But
That's
I'm gonna
beautiful.
try to go outside with a hacksaw because it's too crazy in the house.
What a neat idea. That's so pretty.
Oh, thanks. Oh my God. Okay, so I am going to go on to something else. Wow, I have so much stuff. Let's see. What I think that I'm going to do is probably I want this cards, and I'm going to do another project. Okay. Tell him May I said it too. Well, then call him back. Okay. All right. No message for me? You got a message? Oh, really? Oh, okay. Hey, trying to get myself together. I keep doing everything wrong. Yeah, I'm gonna get this. Oh my gosh. Okay, so. There, so nobody really watched that movie to the end, huh? That's on the panel. No.
Nope.
I only missed a little bit of it.
Oh.
Pretty sure.
So I don't know. So those sisters still, and the family is still estranged from that Miranda girl, the Miranda sister.
Maybe I fell asleep sooner than I thought. Because you know what? I had that same question.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'll do research. I'll find out.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Yes. I need glue stick, paint, shovel. Everybody got so quiet. Okay. And this. So, oh, I know, and I have those wood rounds too. That's garbage. So I want to do something like this. And I have to find all my supplies. That's the other thing. It might look like I have all my supplies here. I don't. A lot of stuff is still in pedestal stage. Let's see. These Elvis pictures. Oh,
Oh, Elvis. You're gonna make Bucky cry.
I know. State sale number. Let's see here. Oh, that's some stuff. These little teddies, if anybody wants these little teddies, they're still for sale. Patrice and Patrick. Salt and pepper shakers. This is my safety flashlight. Take that. Guess I have to put in this car. I don't need these bags around, so did anybody watch the Ashley Madison one? I remember when my Mommy Ramblings email, which I haven't checked, oh my gosh, every time I say that I haven't checked it. I've never been bad like this, not checked it in months. So bad. But I used to keep getting Ashley Madison emails to Mommy Ramblings about men, like, I'm like, who in their right mind thinks like, oh, that's a good address to go fishing at? Mommy Ramblings, looking for guys. But they did. I used to get them every day.
Oh my God.
And then I found out that's where like a bunch of those people ended up going. And I don't know. Like, was it real? Was it models like that? What's the Grant Amato got hooked up with? Or I really don't know that much about it. Or was it real escorts that they met physically? Does anyone know
what you're teasing me with?
what I know? Does anybody know about Ashley Madison?
I just and remember as far as the Duggar.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the same, the Duggars.
Yeah, the
That's
Duggars, but it was more than the Duggars. There were other
Oh, yeah. Oh, Ashley Madison, isn't that the where married people can meet up with other married people looking to swing?
yeah, but I don't know. Were they in rooms like online, or was it they physically meeting up with?
No, they physically met up. It's if you want to have an
Met up.
affair, you hook up and you know that you're married and you know the person you're hooking up with is married. This way there's no ties. You're just meeting up to
Oh, is that what it was? Okay.
drink coffee, That's it.
Oh, you had coffee, yeah. Mhm.
You drink a lot of coffee and then you go home.
Oh, okay. All right. Interesting. Okay, so
I
this one.
about this. I was just talking about this with my daughter over the weekend. We just
Right, because it's on Netflix now. That's
Oh,
what I was
that's
saying.
why, yes.
Yeah, it came on after that thing we watched, and I saw that one. I woke up and I'm just wondering if
And it's funny because that's what she told me about too, the 7M thing.
oh yeah.
We talked about those two things, and that's what came up. You get it? But yeah, I fell asleep. I watched.
Oh, you fell asleep too?
Last night, yeah.
So apparently that Miranda that was she's still in that church, that Shekinah church, and she's still with the 7M group. And
is she still married to that guy?
I think so, but I'm not positive. But she said she's not a victim, not in any harm, and that she loves her family, but they just don't see eye to eye right now. So she still has that last name. So I think I can find that out.
I just don't get how a group could tell you, well, you can't see your family. I'd be like, what? Like, all right, adios, because
that's what every abuser wants to do, is take you away.
Yeah.
That should be like number one on your list.
Yeah, but I think what happens is they get so enthralled with the cult and they tell their family all about it. And then their family is like, wait, this sounds like a freaking cult, but they're so already, they love that cult and that's their family. So when their own family starts ripping it down, they're angry. And
Yeah.
I think they go to the cult and they say, you know, oh my gosh, my whole family, I don't care, you know, that why can't they accept this? And that's what happens. It's not that they tell them right away. I don't think. I think from a lot of things I've seen, it's that they get so ingrained with it. And then their family starts telling them you're acting weird, like what's going on.
What is this thing? I had it.
Yeah.
I don't
You
know.
spilled
Nothing
some
would
water.
make me give up my
They,
family.
they do it so
Water. I'm trying to clean that out.
you don't even.
All right, honey, you can eat that, right? I can't.
Yeah, I'll take care of it. Okay. So I think, and then they tell them like, well, then they might come in then and say they try to get the collateral, which is like in that next film, that was all about collateral.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and they're being given everything they think they want. You know, when they go off to
Oh,
California.
right, their success and you know, or they have a place to live. This is from what I read, but like in Nexium, they're teaching them like skills or whatever.
Yeah. Yep, and they're kind of an easy mark. So you give them, they get a taste of it, and then they're hooked on it. I think that they move slowly with trying to separate them from their family, but it's just exactly what they do. Make it so hard because they're young and impressionable, and
Yeah, but I'm surprised with this two sisters being so close that they both didn't get into that thing at the same speed. You know what I'm saying?
No.
yeah.
In speed. Jimmy, please, you don't even.
Yeah, no, you just talk to. I'm trying to listen. I can't understand.
Yeah, it's two sisters that were dancers, and they were taken into what one says is a cult, but the sisters were so close and they have their own social media channel and everything. And then one just got so far into it that it was that what did she do? She just started telling the sister it was weird, and then I think that's what happened. They were telling her it was weird, and she got that boyfriend and then the husband, and I'm surprised the sister didn't end up with a boyfriend or a husband from there.
You seem to have left pretty early. The sister seemed to see through it right away.
Huh. But that's what I mean. That's like, I don't know. It's so weird because I mean, they were so freaking close. Like, I mean, when they showed that first video they were made, like, oh, she cleans up my mistakes. So she does this if I did that. They were like inseparable.
Yes, they were.
And then, like, now they don't even talk to each other.
Yeah, barely.
Crazy. I mean, from the part I saw, you know, it's like that the father was trying to go to the gate and get his daughter to talk to him.
Yeah. Once the pastor, whatever you want to call him, saw how awful it went for them not to talk to their families, he said, "We're doing this all wrong. You need to go see your families." You know, just trying to clean up the mess of what he had made. So even when they did see their families and want to see them, it wasn't really always out of like love for their family. It was more like he told them to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It was,
and probably a lot of their families were like, "Oh my gosh, you got to get out of it, and then they just ended up fighting. Probably, I didn't see it, but I'm just imagining.
yeah, that is what happened. In fact, that Miranda Derek said, "If you keep talking about this, I'm not going to meet up with you again." So then they never after that.
Yeah.
Pretty sad.
Let me see. That's a 2 ply.
What are you gonna do to help us?
Oh, I'm not doing anything, Elvis. I put him there to hold the space while I was figuring out what I was going to
Just
do.
asking for a friend.
Oh. So, yeah, I don't know. And I don't know what else. Somebody else said there was something. Oh, good. I think it's like on HBO or something. Am I norm? It's about like a 30-year-old questioning her life or something. And then I saw another one that maybe that was it's the same one, and it's by, I think it's by the same person that made that one with Laurie Metcalf. And is it Anywhere But Here or something? Is that one is that with Laurie Metcalf, Anywhere But Here? About a mother and daughter coming of age, kind of.
I like
that. Oh no, it was Lady Bird. That was Lady Bird, which is a good movie, though my daughter tells me I didn't like it when we originally first saw it. I didn't even remember. And I told her, oh, it's a good, and she's like, Mom, I really don't remember. You didn't like that when we first saw it. I'm like, really?
Huh.
Have been in a weird mood or something, because where's Misha?
I'm not sure she was in the chat this morning.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. She probably went to bed because I think she was up at 3 a.m.
Oh goodness.
Here's the bed. Good girl. She's ready. Ready. Done. Out.
So Holly was just thrifting. That's why we were a little late. She was thrifting when we were watching. And what else?
Sorry for that. I didn't mean to not mute.
Oh, that's all right.
We have a new puppy, and she's in.
You have a new puppy. What kind of puppy?
It's a mix.
What kind?
My husband rescued a black lab, and I think pit bull, maybe. I don't know. Could be a bunch of things, but just put her to bed in her kennel because she was taking a snooze on the bed, and one of the bigger 2 dogs that we rescued a couple of years ago came in to wake her up. So, but I didn't mean to yell on without muting. Dang it!
Oh, you weren't yelling. I didn't hear any yelling.
Okay.
Didn't sound like yelling to me, did it, Margot?
No,
No.
I hardly heard it.
Oh, good.
Karen, what are you doing, quilting?
I am going back to it right now, actually.
Did you ever hear from your dentist or your?
No, I did
Nobody?
not.
No. That's crazy.
No kidding.
That would be,
Don't do it. Oh, but it's abscess, so, oh my God, I don't know.
that's crazy. I would call again.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, it's Friday.
I know, that's why you have to call again in the morning.
I'm sure he'll love to hear from you Saturday morning. But he probably will be hearing from me.
Mm-hmm.
Unless I get a text from Costco saying I've got a prescription there, which could happen. It's okay. What's the matter?
Did you look it up on Google? Like why they would say that or whatever?
Why they wouldn't allow it?
Yeah.
No, the only thing I can think of is that they wanted to do a bone graft and that he didn't want that. That's what I think.
Hmm.
I don't know what to think. Come on, kitty.
Well, I know what I have to work on. I have to paint a big statue. That's what I can do. Over here. I'm over here, Damien. Need rehabilitation. Hmm. Okay. Sure. Blue. Gonna get a little. Okay. Just gonna prime that. Everybody is so quiet.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I'm quiet when I think. Oh, I didn't realize I was muted. I was like, quiet, I'm talking. Just realized today's Friday.
Yeah.
I know, and I thought yesterday was Friday. I thought today was Saturday.
I have Dom's recital tomorrow.
Oh, do you? Oh.
What time is that?
He's got to be there at 2:30. Oh,
It could take forever.
yeah, it ends up being like 4 hours long, especially, and he's in the first act, but he doesn't get his trophy until the end of the second act.
Oh.
It's not even like I can just go for the first act and then leave. So I'll be for the day. He's getting his 5-year trophy tomorrow.
Oh.
Wow, that's really neat.
Mm-hmm.
5 years.
I remember Angela had gotten her 5-year trophy, and then right before her 10-year trophy, she ended up leaving. She was supposed to
Oh,
get it that year, but she left that December.
oh, shoot.
She hurt her back really bad, and
Oh,
I told her she should take that year off. So she did.
oh.
She didn't get a trophy. And then she went back to dancing, but not at that school. She switched schools. She went to like an easier school. And it was so easy that when she was doing things, the dance teachers in her new school were like, "What are those steps you're doing?" So she started showing them, and then they asked her to teach. She was 16 years old, and they made her a teacher.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
But she was used to dancing in her school. She danced 20 hours a week. So when she went there, it was 1 hour a week. She was like, this is like so easy. So then that's why she started teaching herself, and she enjoyed it.
Hmm. Great.
Probably would have stayed in that school, but the following year, the owner of that school died.
Oh.
Oh gosh. Jeez.
It's funny, the other night we went for dress rehearsals, and my daughter met me there. And we walked in. I was standing outside, and she gets out of the car, and she's walking up the sidewalk. I go, "Hurry up, you're on next." We had done that for so many years. And she said, "Oh," she said, "I got my costumes." One time they were doing a competition. It was called, I think it was called the Seasons Resort in Jersey. And we drove there. It took us 3 hours to get there.
Oh
And
wow.
as we pull up, I realized that her costumes was hanging on the back of the door at home.
Oh no.
So I just looked at, I just went hysterical crying. And my husband at the time, he's like, "What's the matter?" I said, "I left all her costumes at home." And he was like, "Well, can't she wear something else?" I was like, "No, competition. It's not like a recital. It's a competition." Then I don't know. Everyone said to him, "Oh, you can make it. You can get back home, get the costumes, and make it back before she's got to be on." And we were like, "How? She's got to go on stage in 3 hours, and it took us 3 hours to get here.
Oh
There's
no.
no way he's gonna be able to make it." Well, he must have broken every law that possible on the road, because he made it there and back in 2 hours and 55 minutes.
No
Wow.
way. Oh my
Swear to
god.
God. We literally met her in the lobby and started dressing her right there in the lobby of the hotel, and
Oh.
ran down the hallway, ran in backstage, and as we got there, they were going out on stage to start the dance.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
And she made it.
Wow.
No one could believe it. They were like, "Wow." And this was like pre-cell phone days, so I didn't have a cell phone. I tried to call up everybody I knew to see if they could get the costume and at least meet me in New York City. I was like, if I could get somebody just to come with the costumes to the city, that would cut the time in half. But
Yeah.
nobody was home. My father wasn't home. I couldn't remember my other friend's number. Then when I got the number, I didn't have enough change for the payphone. It was a disaster.
Yeah.
Man, I can't believe we made it back in half the time.
I know. He said he went up on the grass. He drove on the grass a lot on the expressway and everything.
Wow.
He got chased by 3 different cops. They pulled him over. And
Oh my God.
when he explained what the reason was, one of the cops helped him. He said, "All right, get behind me, and he could take him to the city limits, like where
Oh,
he
wow.
could, and he made him drive behind him, so that got him through a lot. And then he started again driving through construction zones and all that stuff. He got pulled over again. That cop didn't drive anywhere, but he just let him
Wait,
go.
hold on.
Hmm.
Jack and I are getting to be very good friends, I'm afraid.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh,
Who?
man. Jack,
Who's Jack?
my seam ripper.
Jack
Jack the Ripper.
Jack the Ripper.
the Ripper.
Doing wrong. Just take these both off.
It's so relaxing watching this.
This is why I was taking a break. Because I didn't want to face this. Here I am. I just had a brilliant idea. Come on, kitty. Hi, baby. I know. What? Hmm? You can come up here. Come on.
I have to take this outside tomorrow and sand everything. This is always this case. Everything I try to do, I always have to do something else to it.
Yeah.
All right, I have to. Let's see. What else? Oh, let me see here. Well, Angel, if you can hear me, or you wanted to see the origami owl stuff, if you're around, let me know. I can show it to you now. But
Deidre in chat said she watched Dancing with the Devil, and she said Netflix is in court at the moment for Baby Reindeer. Don't know if that's...
no, baby reindeer. Yeah, baby reindeer is the
Yeah,
other one.
it's I think in court, not here.
She's saying it wasn't true, so she's suing them.
Right.
You know what? Whether they thought it was true or not, they should have put based on a true story. By saying based on, you can add or embellish to it, but by saying it was fully true, that's where they went wrong.
Man.
Well, anyway, I took a dive into that Micah Miller case today earlier. Because it happened while we were on vacation. And that was an interesting dive. And his ex-wife has just filed a bunch of stuff. Don't know if anybody's watching that or has watched that. Or I mean, not watched it, been following it.
I don't know that case.
Micah Miller, the preacher who his wife, who was estranged, went out to a state park and ended her life. But people say he had a lot of deviant behavior and he had groomed her, allegedly. You know, his other wife said he was engaging in things that were not too good.
Wow. Why can't people just be normal?
Yeah. Why?
The ladies' room and bring her back and cover back out. Yeah, watch it. Should we find a female weak boy?
Like human, if Rex Human could have just been normal.
Oh,
Why-
yeah, and Rex Human went over that last night, and that was blacked out.
I know. Why did he have to be?
Yeah. You remember his kids and family, and then they came home to that house, and what he was doing in the basement, and his daughter was in kindergarten. I was trying to figure out how old he was, because he's 60. And they said something like, what was it, 2003?
4.
She was 5 or something.
3, yeah.
And so, yeah, 2003, and he's 60 now. That means he was born in
Like how did he do things like weird, wacko things like that, and then look his kid in the face?
I know. So 1964, so 2003, so he was like 37. I can't even think right now. But it was yeah, I was just trying to think about all that stuff. And then not only that, like just it was exhausting reading everything he had to do to clean up and not get caught and all the, I mean, like, I don't know, it's just crazy.
That's just it. Is it really worth all that time and
That's
trouble?
what I'm saying, all that time and effort, like, and really, is that the only way that you can, like, what is he doing it for? Is it for, you know, some kind of gratification and some kind of way, he can't get that any other way? Come on.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. That's sicko.
Like, what, that's what I mean, like, when they say, what makes a person kill? Like, why does he do that? Does he feel like extreme power and that just is what he needs? This power over somebody? Or to see the fear in somebody, you know, like, what is it? Because if it's just that he'd like to, you know, tie people up or stuff, he could find partners to do that with that wouldn't mind that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
But it's more than that with them. It's not that they're just into that. They're into like just mutilation and it's like, well, how do you get it like that? I don't know.
I don't
guess
know.
that's what John
Not
Douglas and
understand it, but
profilers have been trying to figure out why the hell, like what is it that they need to do that? Like, where does that drive to do that come from?
Mm.
You know, is it from something that would have happened anyway? Is it something that happened to them along the way? Like, it's just, I don't know.
That's just it. If when you're a normal person, you can't really get into that mind. You can't get into that mindset and know, there's nothing worth that.
Yeah, like
I don't know what is the best feeling in the world. That's still not worth doing all that. I
right.
don't. I don't know.
I don't know. It's bizarre.
I just can't understand how they do it and then look people in the face and act like everything's normal.
Yeah.
Right.
It was like that guy. Do you remember? It was a long time ago. They found that guy. It was in Germany, and it was the father. And he made his 14-year-old daughter write a note that she was like running away.
Mhm.
And then he had like a whole thing behind down in his basement. There was a hidden door, and he had a whole other house like built down under there. And he kept that 14-year-old girl locked up down there for, I don't know, 15 years, something like
Wow.
that. And he ended up having, I don't know, she had 2 or 3 kids of his, which
Wow.
they were his kids and grandkids at the same time.
Ugh.
But
Oh,
like,
is it like you're not thinking of Casey Dugar, right? Duggar, no, Casey Dugar. What was? Oh wait, what is her name?
I really couldn't tell. I don't remember their names. I just remember it happened in Germany, and he had
Oh,
the
in
whole,
Germany. Oh, that was that was they had one like that, and he kept them and had kids with them, and but he wasn't their father. He kidnapped them, and JC. Oh, she was in, I think, a shipping container, not a ship, or some kind of a shed in the driveway for years and years and years, and had like 3 kids from him. I always want to read that book, Dugard, I think it. And then she was found, but I mean, how could anything be okay after that? I mean,
then there was that other case, Castro. He had the 3 girls locked up in that house for all those years.
oh yeah, wasn't it in Ohio?
I think so.
And then what about that guy that was writing the Amazon reviews for padlocks and stuff? And he had some girl locked up in a shipping container, Ted, I think his name was. He kidnapped them, he killed the boyfriend, and he kept the girlfriend in a shipping container. And then he was
Wow.
going on Amazon and he was writing reviews for padlocks and things that he was using.
Oh my God.
And yep, and it was true. And then his mother was like, my son didn't do this. And yeah, his name was Ted with a K, I believe it is. Yeah, something like that. Crazy. Crazy. people.
Now I need one.
What?
Are you comfortable? Huh? You know I want to go right there, right? 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 What you're laying on. I want.
I don't know. Like, it's like, when does it
I want this. Don't put me.
cross over to, like, they're not just a little eccentric, or, but then they're like nuts.
And when did they start
And-
thinking things like that? Well, were they a teenager thinking of doing things like that, or did that come out when they became an adult? Did they
Yeah,
think,
what made them think about mutilation? Were they always mutilating things? Did they start with animals like John Douglas says?
yeah, well, I believe that, like, a lot of those ones, even like, was it Jeffrey Dahmer? He had started that with animals and stuff like that. And
Well, I know John Douglas has raised your sons right, mothers, because I think he said every serial killer he's ever profiled has big mommy issues.
Of course.
Carolyn Painted Blacks in the chat now. She said Evie Joseph Fritzl kept his daughter imprisoned underground for 24 years, raping her thousands of times and fathering 7 children with her.
yeah, that's the one. That must be
Is
the
that
one.
the one?
Yeah, that's sick though. Like, and then he had his wife and other kids like upstairs, but they never
Yeah,
knew.
I know.
When he went to,
Right, and I just would like to talk to people that worked with this Gilgo Beach guy, Rex. Like,
Who?
what was it like at lunch, you know? What you doing? What you got today, Rex? Oh,
any plans for the weekend? Yeah, right?
yeah, I'm going out to get some coffee. You want something? All right. Like, they say like that they know there's something wrong, because sometimes there's like people that you think there's something wrong with them. Like, you're like, wow, that guy's scary, or that person's really scary. And they end up being like normal. And somebody you thought was like totally normal ends up being like the freak of freaks, right? How many times has that happened?
Well, that's why they say you can't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
We don't
So
know.
yeah, it's always the quiet ones, right? And they say it's the, yeah. But yeah. Like most don't, like, we knew he was ready to blow. We knew he was killing people every weekend. Like, they never say that.
No, I know. Oh, it seemed he was such a nice guy. He was always waving.
Yeah, they don't say like, wow, we all knew like that guy, there's something really wrong with him. Yeah. I think he's a serial killer. He was probably the guy that would come in the office and be like, what? Oh my gosh, was there another murder again? Yeah. That's some bastard to do that to some woman. Did he
Right.
mutilated her? What a sicko. Right? And then they're like, yeah. Because like most people you talk to about anything, right? You don't really run into the person if you say, oh, did you hear the answer? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I don't know. Right? They'll always say, oh, that guy's sick, how twisted. Right? But if you run into somebody that's like, well, I don't know, maybe he had his reasons. And you'd be like, what the hell? But you don't. Everybody's equally shocked. Like, I think about that in the grocery store. I think about if I stopped anybody in the grocery store and told them about any true crime case that, like, even like these people that just, like, a woman that just slipped out and killed her 3 elderly roommates. Like, I think everybody would be like, wow, that's wacko. What's this world coming to, right?
Yeah.
I don't see anybody in the grocery store that I think that I would walk up to that would say anything other than that. Like that, well, I don't know. Maybe she just got fed up. Happens. Right? Yeah. Everybody is like, they can't fathom it. So where are they either really good liars, or where are these people? I wanted to find out more about his day-to-day life. Where did he go for lunch? What his neighbors said about him, his family, like.
Yeah, didn't anybody see any kind of signs or hints or clues? And if so, what are they? And let us know so that we know what to look for if we come across somebody.
Like, I remember a pharmaceutical representative once. I was having a lunch with them and another person, and he was telling me something about that he was assembling something with his wife. And he said, like, he couldn't get the door on right. And he goes, and I thought this guy was weird, okay? Because I told the other person, he seems a little strange. He's got a real hot head. He said that the door didn't go right. So he goes, I took my fist and I came right down on the door and split it in half. And I go, why would you do that? And he goes, I was so frustrated with it. And I just kept thinking, like, wow, every red flag in the book on this guy. But I don't think he ever killed anybody. I think he's a real nutcase, and I wouldn't want my daughter married to anybody like that. But you know, that's what I'm saying. It's normally like those guys, you go, wow, he's extremely volatile. And but he's not the one that, like, later on you hear he killed 10 people. It's usually really quiet people. I don't know. I mean, I guess there's
Think of regular husbands that abuse their wives, yet everybody thinks they're so great.
right.
Such a nice person.
Right,
Yeah.
but even then, a lot of times you'll end up witnessing something, you know? You'll
Wow.
see something like, wow, did you see, like, wow, that he's like, because just like that we had that couple that I told you about that I said to Jimmy early on, I said, I don't think that is going well. And Jimmy was like, really? You don't think so? And then, yeah, later on find out they're no longer together. Like, so you can pick up on some things when you're with some people, but like to be a serial killer, I don't know. I'm thankful that I really don't know any serial killers personally.
Yeah,
But you think about how many times it's happening that one of us here doesn't know, like, oh, that was our neighbor that flipped out and killed all those people. Or that guy I used to work with. I was just thinking about somebody working with somebody because I was reading about something and I said, I think somebody worked with that person. Or, oh, it was about that Chevy Avalanche when I was reading about Rex Heuermann having that Chevy Avalanche. And I'm thinking, like, oh my gosh, I hope Jimmy didn't buy that Avalanche from that guy, because he went down to New York to buy an Avalanche from a guy and it was all souped up. And it even had like these sirens and stuff in it. And so it looked like a police vehicle. But then I was like, wait a minute, that was after 2002. But it just gave me the chills because I'm thinking, like, that's entirely possible. Because if he was selling a car in Long Island, you know, that's entirely possible that somebody could have bought that vehicle. And now think about the person that's like, crap, did I just buy the serial killer's vehicle?
Yeah.
You know, is that what I've been driving my family around in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be awful?
I know. I guess that wasn't Kool-Aid on the carpet.
Yeah.
But think about like the stuff they sell and he kept changing his tires and getting rid of vehicles. Doesn't his wife go, what are you getting another truck for? Then what, did she really not have any clue? I mean, I don't know.
You'd think they would, but
I don't know. I'm gonna go over on the other side.
Very strong. Very careful to do that much. Let me put a little of that red.
Okay. The craft knife, that did not work out for me. But I didn't have my stuff right. But we'll see. I want to see something about this guy. I want to find Ted. I've got to look up his name. I think it's Cooper. Copperfield. Let me see. Ted, Serial Killer, Amazon, reviews, shipping, container. Yeah, Ted Kohlhepp.
Because they can pick up someone in one state and
Todd.
drive 6 states over and drop them off, you know.
What
Kill them
are-
and get bodies.
Whatever happened to this guy? Was he ever tried for this? Let me see this. Open. This guy, Ted. Todd. Why am I calling him Ted? His name is Todd.
Good.
Todd. Okay, so it says he was born in 1971. Todd Christopher Sampsell. So how did he get the Kohlhepp? His parents divorced when he was 2 years old. His mother gained custody, married another man. Later, psychological reports found that Kohlhepp had an unhealthy relationship with his stepfather and often wanted to live with his biological father, whom he had not seen in 8 years. He was a troublesome child. In nursery school, he was known to be aggressive towards other children and would destroy their property. Hold on a minute, I gotta get through it. Oh my gosh. I need to get a drink. Here's my drink. Hold on, drink. Okay. I'm coming. So he would destroy their property. At the age of 9, when he started undergoing counseling, he was described as being explosive and preoccupied with sexual content at the age of 9.
Wow.
He also displayed cruelty to animals. See, it's always that. Shooting a dog with a BB gun, killing goldfish with Clorox bleach. Yeah, okay. Kohlhepp's father later said the only emotion his son was capable of was anger and madness. Kohlhepp spent 3.5 months in a Georgia psychiatric hospital as an inpatient because of his inability to get along with other children. Eventually, in 1983, Kohlhepp was sent to live with his biological father in Arizona, after his mother and stepfather separated. He took his father's surname, and he began working a number of local jobs. He also inherited his father's hobby of collecting weapons and was taught by him to blow things up and make bombs. Despite this, their relationship deteriorated due to his father's absence with a number of girlfriends, and Kohlhepp repeatedly expressed a desire to return to his mother, though she reportedly made excuses to extend his stay. Yeah. On November...
A lot easier without him. So.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
On November 25th, 1986, 15-year-old Kohlhepp kidnapped 14-year-old Christy Grando in Tempe, Arizona, and he threatened her with a .22 caliber revolver, brought her back to his home, tied her up, taped her mouth shut, arred her, and afterwards he walked her home and threatened to kill her entire family if she told anyone about what had happened. Remember when that lady got on and said something happened like that to her cousin in Arizona? I think it was Sunny Bunny. Okay.
Maybe. Yeah.
Kohlhepp was charged with kidnapping, SA, and committing a dangerous crime against children. In 1987, he would have been 16. He pled guilty to the kidnapping charge. The other ones were dropped. He was sentenced to 15 years in prison and registered as a sex offender. Kohlhepp was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder and was noted as having an above-average IQ of 118. The judge in the case said Kohlhepp was very bright and should be advanced academically, but behaviorally and emotionally dangerous, and likely could not be rehabilitated. His probation officer wrote a similar description in court papers and added that Kohlhepp felt the world owed him something. His attorney in the case later went on to say that while defending him, he did not believe his client would go on to harm others in the future. During his imprisonment, Kohlhepp was initially cited with violations that included some violent behavior. After turning 20, however, he had no other records of disobedience. In August of 2001, he was released from prison after serving 14 years and moved to South Carolina, where his mother was living. During his imprisonment, he attended and graduated from Central Arizona College with a bachelor's degree in computer science. From January of 2002 to November of 2003, he worked as a graphic designer for a company in Spartanburg. He began studying at Greenville Technical College in 2003. He transferred to the University of South Carolina Upstate the following year, graduated in 2008 with a Bachelor of Science degree in Business Administration Marketing. Despite being registered as a sex offender, he was able to get a real estate license on June 30th, 2006, after lying about the felony charge on his application. From this, he built a firm that had dozens of agents that it employed. He also was recognized as a top-selling agent in the Carolina region. Oh, that's right, he invested in properties. The firm was closed down following his arrest. Kohlhepp also acquired a private pilot license, several properties out of state. In May of 2014, he purchased nearly 100 acres of land located in an area 9 miles from the community of Moore for $305,000. He then set a fence which cost $80,000 around the property. A customer who sold her home to Kohlhepp remembered him as extremely outgoing and professional, but noted that he would often talk about his firearms, and sometimes he subtly used sexual innuendo during their conversations. Conversely, a woman who assisted one of Kohlhepp's employees described him as angry and condescending towards her partner. A banker who worked with Kohlhepp said he often watched pornographic videos even at work. Kohlhepp frequented a Waffle House. Oh gosh, there's another Waffle House in true crime, always. In Roebuck, where his behavior disturbed the waitresses to the point where the male cook began to take Kohlhepp's orders for them. According to this employee, one of the waitresses was Megan Lee McCraw Coxey, one of Kohlhepp's victims. On November 6th of 2003, a customer found 4 people shot dead inside Superbike Motorsports, a motorcycle shop in Chesney. The victims were identified as the motor shop owner, Scott Pounder, 30 years old, service manager Brian Lucas, 29, mechanic Chris Sherbert, 26, and bookkeeper Beverly Guy, who was Ponder's mother. All 4 died from multiple gunshot wounds. Before Kohlhepp confessed to the shootings in 2016, investigators believed that the gunman, armed with a pistol, entered the shop from the back and killed Sherbert as he worked, then killed Guy in the middle of the showroom, Lucas at the main doorway, and Ponder in the parking lot. According to Ponder's wife, Kohlhepp was a disgruntled customer who had been in the shop several times. According to Kohlhepp's mother, he attempted to return a motorcycle there, but the employees laughed at him. On August 31st, 2016, Kayla Brown, 30, and her boyfriend Charles David Carver, these are the two, 32, went missing after they went to remove brush from one of Kohlhepp's properties. Carver was later found dead of multiple gunshot wounds on the property. Interest in the disappearance of Brown and Carver increased as a result of posts on Carver's Facebook account following their disappearance, the unusual nature of which prompted speculation that another party had taken control of his Facebook account. On November 3rd, authorities found Brown chained to the wall inside a metal storage container. Investigators had tracked her down after tracing the couple's last known cell phone signals, after which they heard banging noises coming from inside the container. A search of Kohlhepp's property recovered Carver's vehicle, which was found in a ravine covered in brush. According to Brown, she witnessed Carver being shot by Kohlhepp. Kohlhepp's mother's claimed Carver was killed for having a really smart mouth, which Kohlhepp did not like. He also said he kept Brown captive because she did not do anything wrong and that he did not want to hurt her. However, Brown stated to police just after her rescue that Kohlhepp had killed Carver because Kohlhepp was mad at her. During her captivity, she was arred repeatedly and intimidated into not escaping after having been shown the graves of Kohlhepp's other victims. Let's see. 2 bodies were discovered on Kohlhepp's property following his arrest. On November 6th and 7th, they were later identified as the husband and wife, Johnny Joe Coxey and Megan Lee McCraw Coxey, 26, residents of Spartanburg, who were reported missing on December 22nd, 2015. They were allegedly hired by Kohlhepp to work on his property. McCraw Coxey had been killed by a gunshot wound to the head, while Coxey had been killed a week earlier by a gunshot wound to the torso. According to the county coroner, they were identified through their extensive tattoos. So he had, let's see, arrest and investigation. He was arrested. He later confessed to the Chesney shootings and the murders of the Coxeys in exchange for allowing him to talk to his mother, give her a photograph, transfer money to the college fund of a friend's child. While meeting with his mother, he reportedly confessed to the killings and kidnapping. When he confessed to the Chesney shootings, Kohlhepp revealed details of the killings that were never released to the public. A search of his property also uncovered numerous weapons. Shortly following his arrest, authorities in Spartanburg discovered a number of seemingly joking product reviews for various items such as padlocks, shovels, tasers, and gun accessories on Amazon.com, written by a user simply as me. One review about a padlock stated, "Solid locks, have 5 on a shipping container, won't stop them, but sure will slow them down till they are too old to care." Another written for a folding shovel read, "Keep in car for when you have to hide the bodies and you left the full-size shovel at home. Does not come with a midget, which would have been nice." The reviewer's wish list page was listed as Todd Kohlhepp. Following his arrest, Kohlhepp claimed to his mother that there were many other victims aside from the aforementioned. When his mother asked how many, his response was, "You do not have enough fingers." During interrogation, he claimed to have shot a victim in Arizona. On November 18th of 2016, it was reported the Tempe Police Department began an investigation into his claim, searching through unsolved homicides in the past 3 decades. They said they would focus on cases dated from 83 to 86, when he was living with his father. Let's see. On November 25th of 2016, police in Greer, South Carolina, announced that they had named Kohlberger a person of interest in an unsolved bank robbery and triple homicide as the local Blue Ridge Savings Bank. The crime was separated from the Chesney shootings by 6 months. However, as of May 16, 2018, no definitive link between Kohlhepp and those killings was established, and he has denied any involvement in that case. In 2017, Kohlhepp wrote to the Spartanburg Herald Journal claiming that he had more victims who had not been discovered. Legal proceedings. Kohlhepp was charged with 4 counts of murder in relation to the Chesney shootings, 1 count of kidnapping in relation to Brown's abduction. He was later charged with 3 additional counts of murder for the murders of Carver and the Coxeys, along with an additional count of kidnapping and 3 counts of possession of a weapon during the commission of a violent crime. His next court appearance was scheduled for January 19th of 2017, when his attorney waived their right to appearance. Let's see here. On May 26th of 2017, he pled guilty to 7 counts of murder, 2 counts of kidnapping, and 1 count of criminal sexual assault. He was sentenced to 7 consecutive life sentences without the possibility of parole in a plea bargain that spared him from capital punishment. Kohlhepp has since repeatedly admitted there are at least 2 other murders. As of August 2018, he has not given the details. He is currently imprisoned in the Broad River Secure Facility In August of 2020, some of his belongings went up for auction, and the proceeds were donated to the victims' families.
Wow.
So that's his whole,
Yeah, that
Or
thing
the-
give you nightmares. So,
yeah. And this is what he looked like prior to, what is that? Because see, they shaved his head. Oh, and I'll show you, if you haven't seen, what's his name's new mugshot. Let me see, Chad Daybell's new mugshot. Oh my gosh. And I don't know why they didn't shave his head.
Oh. I thought it was standard that they did.
I know. But he looks like, well, happy. He looks really weird. I mean, weirder than normal. Like I've never seen him, like, even have that much emotion. I don't know whether he's trying to act insane, maybe? I don't know. Come on, get up there. Just going down. Oh, I lost it. Okay, let me get him again. Let's see. Joseph Frizzle. That's mine.
Creepy looking, I tell you.
This bold
Yeah.
marketer kickstarted their new campaign by back.
Micah Miller case so interesting that they said AI could be involved. 911 call that was him. And it was JM. Yeah, I don't know. You got to be careful too of how many people are saying totally crazy things. Just to keep it going. You don't want it to turn into another Summer Wells or Sebastian case where they just keep it going with stuff that's wacky. See if there's any more about Chatty. State panel rules that Mark Furman can never be a police officer in California again.
Huh.
FBI releases a lengthy O.J. Simpson report 30 years after Nicole. What? A 475-page report was released today related to the murders of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman. A lot of the report focuses on the Bruno Magli shoes that investigators believe the killer was wearing at the time of the murder. The FBI traveled to Italy to confirm that only 296 pairs of the size 12 Bruno Magli shoes were sold, matching the impressions left at the crime scene. In addition to obtaining molds of the shoes, the FBI was instructed to contact U.S. retailers to verify if O.J. Simpson was their customer. The lengthy memo released on Friday provided details about the blood and fiber testing conducted at the scene. Per the report, Los Angeles police sent the FBI fibers from Simpson's white Bronco. Let's see. Oh, that's... To download that. That should be something to go through.
Yeah, now that he's dead, they can say he did it, right?
475 pages. Huh. Wow. Yeah, a lot of it does focus on the shoes. Doesn't remember selling any Bruno Magli something of Lynn style shoes. This looks like it looks like the discovery in the case, kind of. I don't know why they're calling it a memo, because it's all of their notes and everything about everything. Okay, that's very interesting. I wonder why his hair wasn't. I want to see why Dave Bell's head wasn't shaved. Let's see if anybody's even asked about that. Let's see. Oh, Kevin Leonard, are you good to buy us the beach house? Did they ring your bell today, Kevin? Hmm? Okay, so let's see what else is going on.
I know. It's okay. Appreciate your help.
8-month-old baby girl missing in Kentucky? Uh-oh.
A month old or 8 months?
8 months, and parents are arrested. Murder of 3-week-old missing newborn in California. Alex Jones to sell stake in InfoWars to pay off $1.5 billion Sandy Hook lawsuit. Baby Amaya's mother avoids prison. Oh my gosh, the baby Amaya, that's from 2019. For the presumed death of 8-month-old daughter. Chad files to appeal his death penalty sentence conviction. Surprise, surprise.
Right?
Surprise, surprise. Huh. Let's see here. Okay.
Basically, all I did, I went up and drive completely. And you caught me just applying a little bit of yellow ochre. Indian yellow. Indian yellow, transparent color. Yellow ochre is okay. But red, transparent. So,
Okay.
that's now down here. Mix up a nice big batch. Color here is going to be made from alizarin crimson. This is sap green. Almost equal portions. Alizarin crimson and sap green. I might have this touch more crimson.
What is that?
To make this makes gorgeous brown. Sort of tilted.
Bucky.
Green sun.
Thank you.
No.
Is it gone now? Okay.
Oh, okay. I think what I'm going to do is
shipment. Cheers.
So where is shoes? Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go and look at some of these widget papers, but I have to make a new live for that because we can't put it on the craft live. So I'll redirect everybody over. So that's going to be our new live. Let me just start that. Go here, go here. Go live. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay.
So why is it quiet?
So I'm getting ready for another live. And nobody else is talking.
I just fed the small mammals, so.
You're directing this one over, right?
Hmm? Yeah.
You're gonna direct this one over? We're
Mhm.
still live, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Okay. Change this. FBI. There we go. Playlist. Okay. That done, and now okay. Okay. Where would that be?
Carolyn,
Mm-hmm.
there's a question in chat for you
Okay.
from Deirdre.
Okay. 1 second, Deidre, I'll be right there. This will be right there. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Question in chat. Hey Carolyn, would you be interested in doing a story about the vanishing triangle, the ladies that went missing in my county? One that was friends, cousins. Yeah, you could send me some information. I'll look at it. Yeah, sure. If you want to come up and talk about it one night, that you're welcome to do that too. Okay. Redirect. Here. Save. Okay, so we're gonna go on the O.J. Simpson stuff. I'm going to come back. And so I've got to shut this down, but you're going to be redirected, and see you over on the other thing, and I'm going to have to leave you guys. I'll be back. Okay, I'll be back. I'm going to just end this, come back, you'll be redirected, and then we'll meet up again.